Hello everyone, Assalamulaikum. Welcome back in my channel with another new video. Today my topic is the self-study and our classroom. I will compare these two things. Which one is better? Everyone think that among these two, one is very important. But according to my opinion, these two is interrelated with them because these two are much more important. Because here when we're in self-study what are happen, we are learning anything by our own self without help of anything. We have to learn a thing and we can understand what we have understand by this self-study. We sometimes we don't understand nothing. For these lackings, we are going to our school in classroom, by which we are knowing that thing which are our lackings, which is not complicatable for me acquiring. So here, what we are not understand in our own self by learning, then we are go to our school for learn that thing. And also by same thing, when we're in school, our teacher are not capable to understand everything. They give us a task to do by your own self, and if you got some problems, then ask him. So he also give us a self-study by which we will get some questions which is not solved by us. By this we have curious mind is growing us, and we have a thirst of knowledge. We get that, by which we want how we can learn that how. So for taking this answer of how, we are going to our teachers to know that answer. And as like same thing, when we are not understanding that thing by our teachers, then we are trying to learning by our own self, by which we can learn that thing properly. And one more thing is that when our teachers are discuss about one thing, then then we are not understand his speech totally. That's why we have to read that thing, or we have to study about that thing one time more, by which we will get the big knowledge about that thing. So this is our self-study. And if you tell that how we can compare among these two, for myself, that it's impossible to compare this thing, because there are common relationship between these two, not others. The common thing is that we are acquiring knowledge in both sides, but uncommon thing is that in our home we will not get the proper thing, and we will get that thing from our school, in our classroom, and which we are not getting in our classroom, that we getting from our self-study. By this type of thing we are learning, and by this our human beings growth by step, and our new civilization is come from these terms. When we are try to learn a thing, that then we want that how, and by the cost, by why we are learning that, and by how we can got several knowledge about that thing. So we are searching for that hidden thing, that darkness. From that darkness we are taking that light, by which we are being a good man, and we're going to be a good civilization, and we have to capable to make a different thing from other, and we are by this we are creative. Our creative mind is growth by this self-study. And one thing is that when we are doing self-study, then we have to mix with others. We haven't mixed with others, but when we're going to our school and classroom, then we have the chance to mix with others, what's the opinions of them, by which types they are learning, by how they are doing that. For this whole thing, we can get the several knowledge from one person to one person, because all of us have not the same thing, have not the same creativity. So we get that thing from him or her which we are not know, which we have not. So among these two, we can't compare these two as well, because these two is interrelated with them. By one, we cannot go to others, because when we're doing self-study, then we also have to go to school, and when we're going to school, then we also have to our self-study, because if we are not doing this, then we are not be skilled, not be able to work anything. If you read and if you know if you read a paragraph one how to ride a cycle, and if never ever you try to ride a cycle, then you will can't ride the cycle properly by one time. So self-study is must, not bookish knowledge, because if you are practicing self-study, then you will able to ride that cycle. And when you are not trying to do this, then we can't, and none have any capable to do that thing. We can take an example that Rabindranath Tagore is a world famous literaturist and a poet. He don't go to school, but how he is get that knowledge? Because he is not going to school, but he know, because he takes some teachers in his own house. By this, his house is converted as his classroom. And if you think that he is not do self-study, obviously he was done his self-study, because if he not, then you will not be a great writer. So these two is interrelated with each other, because without one and another is tasteless. So I hope you are clear about these topics. Thank you all. Goodbye.